From the Glen Cambell Museum in downtown Nashville, it's our host Keith Burns with the stories behind the songs.
Well, hello everybody, Keith Burns here. Welcome to this Las Vegas action-packed on the edge of your seat, exciting extravaganza of epic proportions, unparalleled in the United States of America, labor-inducing Galen Griffen show. Ladies and gentlemen, I have got a great show tonight for you guys. This is great. It's a great episode, and I know you're going to enjoy it. This guy's a real good buddy of mine. We are right here at the Rhinestone Stage, Glen Cambell Museum, the gem of Lower Broad, and I couldn't be any happier to spend this next few hours, 1 hour, 6 hours with my buddy Galen Griffen. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, brother. Thank you for having me.
It is so good to see you.
You too, my friend.
Welcome back,
That's
my
what
friend.
we do.
Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I love it.
Always a pleasure. You and I go way back. We're buddies. Joe Diffie, one of our best friends. You were in his wedding. I sang at his wedding.
Great day.
We both danced with his wife at the wedding, I think. I don't remember. But
good day.
It was a great day. We'll dedicate this episode to old Joe Diffie,
absolutely,
our buddy and our pal. Well, let's get right to it, my friend. I know you're from Arkansas, correct?
No, hell no. Are
okay.
You kidding me? Can I say hell? Sorry. I'm from Louisiana.
Louisiana. You know.
That's fighting stuff.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry. You're not a Razorback. When was your first, you get here because I'm doing it. When was your first piece of success?
That would be Craig Morgan.
Okay.
I had a cut on a Craig. So I got my first publishing deal because I had a cut.
Right.
I didn't know.
Right.
So it was kind of easy.
So what song did Craig cut? What was
called
it?
I'm Country.
I've
had two or three on him, I believe, on three of his records.
Right.
I'm in every Cracker Barrel in the world. I know that.
Do you eat for free?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I wish. But, so I wrote with Craig. That was great.
Right.
Because I remember one of them gigs, man, Valdosta, Georgia. I won't never forget it as long as I live. It was a Saturday night. I run out of snuff. I was going to the store, and I had it on clear 650, and I heard my song. I'm like, that's my song on the radio. What the? It was like hog heaven, Bubba.
I know it. Ain't it great?
Oh, Lord.
It's the best feeling in the world. So you get Craig Morgan, you get that, but you don't have the initial success of the single, because a radio single, obviously, that's what you want.
Yes.
Unless it's Joe Diffie or George Jones.
Gene Watson, one of them dudes.
Doesn't
matter.
So your first success comes with give us your success was Clay Walker.
Nope.
Correct?
My first success actually was Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan. That's right.
Me and Luke wrote a song, and it did good, man. It was the first record, of course. It took, for people who want to know, it went gold 2 years ago. Think about that.
Wow.
His second record is quadruple platinum, something like that.
So the first album was just gold?
Just turned gold.
Oh, wow.
No way about it.
That's a different ballgame than
it's
today.
It's just crazy.
Everybody wants it now today.
Yeah. So I just got a gold record for that one.
Well, that's cool. Well, real quick, we got to get into a song here.
Okay.
Can you do me a favor and do? We were talking the
biggest one I ever had.
Why don't you play your biggest song and then tell us the story behind it?
Absolutely.
Galen Griffen, y'all.
Something by the way she's wearing her dress a little tighter. Something by the way she's staring. She's looking to start a fire. Something by the way she's dancing, drinking chill Patron. If she's lonely now, she won't be lonely long. Heaven help the fool that did her wrong. It's too late, too bad, she's too far gone. He should have thought of that before we left her all alone. If she's lonely now, she won't be lonely long. And something by the way she's blushing. You can tell she just ain't sure. Let you know she's up to something she's never done before. Tonight she wants to hold a stranger, but not the one at home. If she's lonely now, she won't be lonely long. Heaven help the fool that did her wrong. It's too late, too bad, she's too far gone. He should have thought of that before he left her all alone. If she's lonely now, she won't be lonely long. If I had a woman like that, man, I'd let her know. I'd hold her tight, I'd hold her close, do anything, do everything to let her know. Never ever be alone, yeah. Heaven help the fool that did her wrong. It's too late, too bad, too far gone. He should have thought of that before he left her all alone. Is she lonely now? Lord, if she's lonely now. If she's lonely now, she won't be lonely long. She won't.
Clay Walker.
Changed my life right there.
She won't be lonely long. There we go.
Thank you.
We got our producer.
Thank you.
We got our producer Raymond back there, and we got Sam and Logan back there. Our
Thank
camera
y'all so
crew,
very much.
KJ here, and so she won't be lonely long. Clay Walker, and you're coasting along. You got a few cuts with Craig, and you're doing well. But then boom,
That one
changes your life.
Oh yeah.
What's the story behind that?
So I go in, literally, Kerry Kirk. He was,
Who we both know.
of course,
Propped me up. What else? He wrote a ton of songs.
Almost home.
All right, but he ain't here, so let's talk about
Almost home. That's a killer.
you.
Is it cold in here? That's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
standard.
He wrote
That's
some
a
great
standard to
he
me.
He wrote some great stuff.
So when I was singing down here, Broadway, all the time. I got married. The love of my life, That's another thing. I swore off women, See her, done. Crazy.
Over.
Done. And once we had my son, I was done, brother. I wasn't going on or the artisty thing. You know what I mean?
You were done with singing.
Absolutely.
Well, not with singing,
Not
but
with
just
singing,
with
but
touring.
the touring thing.
Yeah.
Or that much. Because of Diffie, I'd seen it. I don't know how he did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That long? 25 years?
Yeah.
25 years, remember the Opry.
Right.
I didn't want that. I just didn't. I wanted to be with him. I wanted to be with my son. So, the greatest deal I ever made, literally, was on Broadway on a Saturday night in Legends Corner. I'm playing 8 to midnight. I'm sitting there and we just smoking them, son. I mean, it's packed. You can't get nobody in there. And Doug and Miss Lisa's there, Doug Johnson.
Lisa.
And
His wife,
Miss Lisa Johnson.
Yeah.
And, excuse me. And Miss Lisa, she's eat up with country music like we are. Well, so is Doug, of course. And but she likes that old stuff. And I tell you, I can remember the song she requested. Is that crazy?
No.
That was 20 years ago. But it was Better They Are, Harder They Fall. And I still know, of course, one of the great songs ever, Larry Galen.
Right.
And she said, asked me what I do. I was like, absolutely. And so we get up there and smoke it, son, with steel player and everything. It was great. And so I get off stage with the tip jug. I'm going to walk around and get the tips or whatever.
Right.
And she says, Doug, go on and sign this kid. And he just said, nope, he's too country. I ain't doing it. Just that blunt. And he done turned me down, and stuff. And I said, Bubba, it was just in a split-second thought come across my head, which you know me. Them thought when I don't care.
Right.
Because I believe I can back it up. If that means anything?
No. You got to be confident with what you're doing.
Yeah. And I just looked at Doug and I said, I'll tell you what. I said, you'll never see my name, ever, come across your desk again as a singer, but you got to write songs for me. And he said, none. That easy. Shook my hand. The second song we wrote was that one.
Wow. You and Doug?
Yeah.
That's great. I love Doug Johnson, man.
too.
He's great. He's, him and I go way back, too. We were on Curb, and he was running it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then now he's on Black River.
Black River and Town.
And I've had the pleasure of writing 4 or 5, several songs with Doug that's on this new kid coming up. And, Doug's like that. He's a straight shooting guy.
Oh,
he is if he can listen to one song and go, nah.
But he knows.
Go back to Louisiana.
Yeah.
See you in 2 years. Yeah, you're right.
He wants what he wants.
Well, he wrote 3 Wooden Crosses.
Yes, sir.
So, anybody that's got that on their resume
And,
kind of.
I tell you, do you know what his real key to success was?
Tenacity.
But you know what he had in his back pocket?
What's that?
Pine box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
he come to town with pine box.
Yep.
And Doug Stone.
Yeah.
From Georgia.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it set the world on fire.
One of the greatest country songs ever.
Ooh-wee.
Ever. So you're getting out. This is Keith Burns. We're here with Galen Griffen.
Thanks.
It's the Rhinestone Stage here. Glen Cambell Museum, the gem of Lower Broad. And we're here, like I said, with my buddy Galen Griffen, Double G. What are you on the other side of the Mississippi?
Grayford Greeley.
Grayford Greeley on the other side. We in this day and age, we're all having to come up with little ideas to, to get more out of our careers. He's come up with a different name. So let's we've touched on
Diffie.
We've touched on Luke Bryan. We've touched on Clay, which was a huge change to your life. Well, let's get into it. We go back. You are from Louisiana.
Absolutely.
Give the
Raging Cajun.
Raging. Give the folks out there a little bit of history on where you're from. I know that you that a contest had a little bit to do with you getting to Nashville, but give the folks a little history on where you're from.
I started singing when I was about 8.
Okay.
I started touring when I was 8.
Yeah.
Singing gospel music, and I'm from a little bitty town called Winsboro, Louisiana. Actually, Liddyville, Louisiana, if you really want to get technical. And my graduating class.
Population.
200. My
Yeah.
graduating class was 12. Had some of the same teachers as my mama. And I want you to ponder that for a minute.
Wow.
Because I'm sitting there, and she said, you Carolyn's boy. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And then I figure out, that's not, you talking about, you taught my mama? I can't do nothing wrong.
Oh, man.
So it was, but I loved it, man. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Looking back, I loved it, growing up down there. And so I started singing, touring when I was 8, and did that at church. 4 girls, 4 guys. We go all over the country. Say we come to your church, and you and your wife would take a couple of the boys in for the night, so we never had overhead, like hotel rooms.
Okay, so
that.
People that attended the church
Absolutely.
would take care of the people y'all would go in?
So all they did was take care of fuel, actually.
Oh, okay.
That was it. Or in love offerings. That was it.
Right.
Stuff like that. And we never paid a hotel room, nothing. So, but when I was 12, we got to come to Nashville and do it was an in-between deal, and we got to go to Opryland. So it was the first time I ever got to go to Opryland. I was standing at the Wabash Cannonball, gonna ride that dude, and I can remember they had these little bitty speakers all over the park. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And I heard the magic words come across, and it said, at 2 o'clock matinee, Randy Travis. And I was like, I'm finna break my ankles to get there. And I did. And I went, and walked in, and I literally walked straight to the front.